What's up, guys? It's Danny Stratus. You guys are here today on what I like to call, well, what everyone else likes to call, the Dstrat Podcast. Every day I come on here and I talk about everything that happens in everyone's daily life, questions that you guys may have for me on what I think, and I just talk about everything that's going on. I'm here more as a someone to talk to for you guys because I like talking to you guys. You guys are my fans. But there we go. So we're gonna get started with the topic of the day, which is gonna be our hobbies and how it fits in with genre. I'm gonna start off by saying that my personal hobby, is soccer. Um, and I'm gonna get into it a little bit more, but um, soccer like brings me a lot of joy and it brings me a lot of happiness, and that's why it's my favorite hobby. Um, but everyone else has their own hobby. It could be anything, like it could be drawing, writing, it could be playing a video game, it could be hanging out with friends, it could be even just being alone and listening to music. That's actually one of my hobbies too. Um, but I really want to explain why these all could fit in with genre. Um, from my understanding, genre is a, a way to categorize different things. Um, what I mean by that is that everything is in its own like general group. So, for example, like my hobby being soccer, like there's many genres that could fit in with. For example, like it could fit in just like as something that I have fun with every day, or it could fit in with the genre of me using it to get away from things. Does that make sense? Um, so like for my hobby personally with soccer, um, it is a good way for me to step away from everything that is going on in my life, and I use it more as a escape tool for my life. That's why I like it. Everyone's hobby, like I said earlier, is different, and everyone uses their hobby in a different way, and that ties in with the genre. Um, the reason why I chose this topic of hobby and genre, and why my favorite hobby is soccer, is because I just think like everyone has their own hobby, and everyone finds it enjoyable in their own way. Um, everyone does it differently. I mean, even if the two hobbies are the same, everyone does it differently. Even though they're all, or not all, but some can be in the same field of similarity. Um, Again, that ties in with genre. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send some clips or play some clips of just people enjoying themselves playing soccer. Even myself actually playing soccer. Um, I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit of why I love it so much and it is why I consider it to be my favorite hobby and my favorite genre of hobbies. Just a brief recap of the clips. Just some people playing soccer. That's all I could really say. Just to show the enjoyment that it brings to other people, and to use it as a demonstration of how that brings joy to myself and to others, but also how it exemplifies how a hobby brings joy to everyone, and that's the main goal. Um, the key point I want for you guys to take away from this podcast is that genre in terms of hobbies, the overall meaning of a hobby and that ties in with the genre is that it's supposed to make you happy. That's the overall common theme in hobbies. Um, that's kind of like the genre of what a hobby is to make people enjoy themselves, take their minds away from something, and just be happy. That's the main thing I want you guys to take away from my podcast. Another interesting idea I wanted to add about um, hobbies and genre is that, so for each person, they have a different hobby, or there's a variety of hobbies, and each hobby brings out a different side of the person. Well, it brings their happiness out, obviously, but the problem is that each hobby requires different actions out of a person. So, for example, if I were to be playing video games, I'm obviously just gonna be chilling. I'm just gonna be sitting down. I'm playing video games. Nothing's wrong with that. That's a hobby. But for something like soccer, where it's more active and you are using your body more and more, um, it's a little bit more different than playing video games. But what the point I'm trying to get at is each hobby that a person has is a little bit different than the other. And within those differences, there's different genres, like specific genres. So, for example, like video games, or listening to music, or um I don't know, some people think sleeping is a hobby. Anything that could be chill. Like there's chill hobbies, so that's like a different genre. And then there's more exciting, like soccer, or there's more um smart hobbies, like you if you know what I'm trying to say, you would understand what I'm trying to say. um my final point is that everyone is different. Everyone has their own hobby. Everyone has something about them that is different from someone else. However, that doesn't mean that we're all completely different, because we all still have hobbies, and we all still under the same genre of wanting to do something that makes us happy, and that makes us better as a person. Um, just to like recap what I've just been talking about on this whole podcast is just like how like my hobby is soccer, and other people's hobbies can vary based on who they are as a person, and how each hobby is supposed to make a person happy, and how all of that ties into um genre, and how um the overall theme, like I've said earlier, is that you have to a hobby makes a person happy. That's the overall genre. um and with that being said, you guys know my name. I'm Danny Stratus. And I really appreciate you guys coming on here, listening to me speak, and I appreciate all the love and support. But peace out. Thank you for tuning in to Dstrat Podcast. We'll see you again next time. Peace out.